Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the afternoon, whatever it is, man. Before I head out on my ventures, I have to ask y'all something. Hey, y'all know we still slaves, right? I mean, like you ain't got like a chain and some shackles on your wrist, but we still slaves, right? Like when I say that, do you understand like what's going on? The other day I posted like this. It was a old story, like it was a tutorial about a slave master, how he was manipulating the people, our people, to basically go against each other and make them feel like they was free. And it was all a farce because we ain't never really been free. Even from then, even when it was actual like slave ships still coming over, we ain't never been free. Like y'all know we still slaves, right? Like you a slave to this job that you got, that 9 to 5. That I mean, whether you love it or hate it, you got to do it in order to survive. You a slave to currency. You know what I'm saying? You a slave to prison, like the new caste system they got for us. Like read the new Jim Crow. I probably didn't preach that book. That's like a must read for anybody. I don't care if it's baby's first book. Anybody that's a minority or anybody now, you ain't even got to be a minority. But if you just want to know statistics of this earth that we live on in this America, but we still slaves though, right? Like you got to really pay attention and look around and see that we just been manipulated in a new way. It always goes like this though. You feel me? Before prisons, when it was slavery, it's a story. I'll repost it in my story so you can see it, so you can click it, right? It talk about how massa manipulated the masses. They was bringing in experts to manipulate us on the plantation and to turn us against each other. Right now, it's the same thing. You manipulate it in some new way. You feel like you need this and need that, or if you don't have this, or if this don't go this way, then you're not really suitable to be a typical American, or in order to survive. Like even amongst each other, like a lot of the materialism and stuff that even I'm guilty of. Like I'm guilty of being a shoe guy. I'm guilty of wanting finer things. I'm guilty of like loving new cars and stuff like that. You feel me? But we still slaves though. Like I don't care how many people get in the White House that's black. I don't care. They slaves too, because we slaves to a system that we didn't write. We didn't write the system. We didn't write these rules. We didn't write these laws. You got to really understand that. And that's why, me personally, I try to diversify whoever y'all think I am. Because if I could diversify whoever you really think I am, whenever I'm ready to make a switch or a change, you totally off balance. I don't give a fuck what race you are. I don't care who you are, what you are. I just try to diversify my whole portfolio of life. Not just my business portfolio, but I try to diversify everything. That's why you see me doing education. But I'm not just doing the standard education. I'm adding something else on that educationally. I'm getting an education of what's going on right now, right? And I try to stay abreast of all current events, not because I'm the hood journalist only, but because without information, what are you? What do you really know? They say applied knowledge equals wisdom. So you could be a walking encyclopedia. I know how to spell any word I look at once. That's like a hidden talent. I can look at a word like one time and know how to spell it. Probably know what it means and can use it in the right text. I just like great like that. But all that knowledge, if I don't apply it, what is it? It's just knowledge. It's stuff that I know, stuff that you know, stuff that I'm teaching and preaching. Applied knowledge equals wisdom. So look, wise up and know this. Bro, we still slaves. I don't know what we really gonna do to get out of it as a collective, but I know what I'm trying to do to get out of it right here collectively in my mind. And something that I always understood when I was locked up, and that's why you see so many, gangster scholars getting out of the prison, because at some point, some of us in there figure out whether we still in there or we figured out at some point when we got out that, wow, they took my body, but they couldn't take this. And if you really strong, they can't take this. They can't take your spirit and your soul. But even through all that, we still slaves. Got to look at everything that's going on, man. You got to figure it out. Look, we really ain't in control of nothing. A lot of us ain't even in control of our own thoughts and actions or deeds, morals, principles. You ain't even in control of your own faculties like in your head. You feel me? So you got to get it together. And we got to get together at some point, but figure it out for yourself right now. Figure it out for you, man. Rock individually. Don't try to rock for the group yet, because you ain't nothing for the group right now if you ain't got it together. If you ain't even at least first recognizing that, bruh, we still slaves. Straight up. That's raw and uncut. So to the people that's out there, man, that's walking sleep and ain't understanding what's going on, people out there like trying to sneak this through memes and do like inappropriate things that you shouldn't be doing, you know, with your fellow brothers, especially people that you know personally, right? Get it together, because you're going to be the one left behind, and you're going to be a slave to everything that you accumulate and everything that you're not aware of. You're going to be a slave to it. It ain't just the white folks that we slave to, even though they created all this stuff. It's really, it's systemic. It's all the way through. It's through the pipelines. It's in our brain waves, in our blood. It's in commercials, on ads. It's when I'm watching football. It's all subliminals, and it's all stuff that's right there. Let's get it together, man. One globe, man. We one mind. We rock it. Good tutorial for the day. We still slaves. Global. Capo out. Mob.